will be reading a few scary stories that I found online. I will put in the description where I found them and the title of each one in case you would like to discuss them further. Some of these stories have vaguely supernatural elements in them, and others are just scary people in the world doing scary things. So if you are easily scared by that kind of thing, I would suggest that you find another video so that you can get a good night's rest. The first story tonight is called In the Basement with Me. When I was 16, I would sneak out of the house at night and get high and read a book. Such a rebel, I know. There was an empty foreclosed home next door, and I would get inside through the basement window well and smoke in the basement's bar area. One night it was raining pretty heavy, and I forgot to bring my lighter. I went to get it, and it was still pouring when I got back. I set up a comfy place at the bar, and turning on my camping lamp, I kept there. Then I started hearing noises upstairs. I turned off the light and sat still for a moment and realized the sound was actually coming from the doorless room next to mine. I grabbed everything I could and made for the window. With half my body through the window, I heard someone running and shouting behind me. I felt someone touch me as I finished crawling out, and I ran to my house where I snuck in as quietly as possible. I heard sirens soon after I made it into my house, and I worried it was law enforcement that had caught me in the home. The sirens went on for a while into the night, and I barely slept. I learned the next morning that someone on the next block had burned his mother's home down with her in it, and he had been found breaking into a home later that night that was occupied several doors past the house I had been in. It was likely him that was in the basement with me, and I still get scared thinking about it. The next story is called Not Your Sister's Hands. Growing up, my parents added on to our house, and my bedroom was the only one upstairs. My sister and I had shared a room at one point, and are still to this day extraordinarily close. So it wasn't uncommon for her to wander into my room and sleep in my bed, or vice versa. One night, I woke up in the middle of the night to see a hand scrabbling around between the edge of the bed and the wall. I immediately assumed that my sister had slept in my bed and had fallen off the edge. The hand was grasping at the side of the bed and reaching like it was trying to grab onto something desperately in blind panic. Thinking my sister needed help, I looked over the edge of the bed, but there was nothing there. I scurried down the stairs and slept in my sister's room that night, where she was sleeping peacefully without incident. The next story is called Look at Me. This happened my junior year of high school. One evening, my mother and stepfather had gone to some event. Maybe it was an extended dinner or a concert. It's hard to remember. I had stayed home to work on a paper that was due the next day, because I was one of those kids who procrastinated until the last minute, and I spent the whole night working at the desk in my room. To give you a picture of the room, my desk faces a wall and sits next to a small window that's on the same wall, and from where I sit, my back faces the doorway. While I was working, I was wearing these great big headphones that I had gotten for my birthday, the kind that are noise canceling. My parents left the house around 6 p.m., and the whole time they were gone, I sat at my desk blasting music music through my headphones and writing my essay. Occasionally, I would take breaks and watch the rain and lightning outside my window. We lived in Houston at the time, and there was a big storm that night. I never left my desk. My parents returned around 11 p.m. At some point late in the evening, I had removed my headphones, so when my parents came home, coincidentally just a few minutes after I had taken off my headphones, I clearly heard the garage door open, and my parents opened the door to my house. Seconds after I heard them enter, I hear my mother shout my name. "Adrian," she screams. "What on earth happened in here?" Confused, I get out of my chair and start walking through the house to them. There's only a small hallway that separates my room from the living room. Due to my rush to figure out why my mother was yelling, I paid little attention to the hall and the house. After a few moments, I got to my parents. My mom looks livid. She's pointing at the carpet, screaming, "Was this you? Did you have friends over?" I look down. The carpet is ruined. It's covered in muddy footprints. I frantically explained to her that I have no idea how those got there, that I spent the whole night at my desk working on my paper. I watch as her face goes from anger to confusion to fear. We realize that someone else must have entered the house. Quickly, we scan the footprints, trying to make sense of the situation. It only takes us a few moments to figure out where they start, our back door, which we usually left unlocked. Then we notice something else. The footprints started at the back door, but there were no footprints exiting the back door. We hear something pounding through our house. We hear the front door get torn open, then slammed shut with a wham. We all run into the garage and lock the door. My mom starts shouting at the police through the phone, "Please come quickly, someone's broken into our house." After what seems like hours, the police arrive. An officer stays with us in the garage as his partner goes through the house room by room. His partner tells us that it's safe to go back in, that there's no one in the house. Then she asks us a question. She asks, "Whose room is down the hall to the left?" My parents look at me and I tell the officer that it's mine. She asks us to follow her down the hall. As we go, it's easy to see that the footprints weave through my house from the back door. They go through the living room, through the small hallway, and into my parents' room, which is down the hall to the right, then turn around towards my room. They stop in my doorway. Then the officer points at my door, which I had left open the whole night. On it, in big black Sharpie, was written the following: "My log. 8:47, I see you. 8:53, you forgot to lock the back door. 8:54, you seem focused. 9:24, turn around. 9:47, look at me. 10:15, look at me. 10:37, look at me. 10:49, look at me." For nearly 2 hours, someone stood in my doorway watching me. To this day, I shudder to think about what would have happened if I had ever turned around and looked back at them. The next story is called "When She Got Back, I Was Dead." I was visiting my parents over the holidays. My mother loves nothing more than to break open a bottle of cheap Chardonnay, Kendall Jackson if it's a fancy night, and watch home videos of us as kids. It's pretty harmless, if a little embarrassing, so we indulged this habit with her. We were watching videos of my sister and me dancing and singing, and generally hamming it up for the camera when I was 4 or 5. We watched like 4 of these videos, and I noticed in every one that I talk to the camera about my younger brother. I keep saying things like, "When I was 10 and my brother was 7, we did X," or "When I was 8 and my brother was 5, we did Y." I don't remember ever talking about this. There was a consistent 3-year age gap between this younger brother and me, and all the things we did 1990s on a large rural farm. Between the ages of 0 to 7, we only ever lived in a major metropolitan area, and my immediate family has never lived on a farm. I asked my mom about it because it was weird. She said she always brushed it off because I was an imaginative little kid. I was always telling stories, and I really wanted a younger brother. She said I stopped talking about it around the time my younger brother was born when I was 6. She said there was one time I said something that really weirded her out. I guess I said, when I was 12 and my brother was 9, I fell out of the tree near the silo. It hurt really bad. Buzzy went to get Mama, but when she got back, I was dead. I don't remember ever saying this. My mom said I was really nonchalant, and when she asked me about it, I wasn't bothered. I just said it again like it was a fact. My mom said that my brother was born a few months after that, and I never mentioned it again, and so she let it go. Flash forward about 3 days, and my mom's mom and stepdad are there for Christmas. My mom's stepdad married her mom when my mom was in her late 20s and I was a baby. My mom didn't grow up with him, and she doesn't know his extended family well. A few glasses of wine, and back to the baby videos. One of them has me mentioning my brother again, so my mom retells the creepy story from earlier. Her stepdad goes white. My mom knew he had a sibling pass away when he was young. I had never heard that before. His oldest sister, Shirley, passed away when he was 9. She was 3 years older than him. They were raised on a grain farm in Iowa. They were playing on a tree, and she fell head first out of the tree when her foot slipped. My mom's stepdad was right there when it happened. He went to get help, but she passed away from the fall. The part that not even my grandmother knew. His sister couldn't say his name when she was little and mispronounced it as Buzzy. No one called him that after his sister died. He got really mad at me and was convinced that someone told me and that 5-year-old me was messing with him. I had no idea he lost a sibling. My grandmother is the only one in our family who knew all the details about it, but even she didn't know about the nickname. I have no memory of telling these stories as a little kid, and even seeing all the videos hasn't helped me remember it. My mom and I haven't talked about it since. My mom's stepdad hasn't talked to me at all. Okay, this last one is called the Poltergeist Save. When I was 16 in the mid-1990s, I used to run away from my crappy living situation at home and spend weeks-long excursions at my older teenage friends' places. One of these awfully Xanadu's was my friend Jay's apartment, located at the very top of a mostly empty 5-story complex in an absolutely terrifying high-crime part of the city. The entire building, except the very bottom floor, was vacant except for Jay. It was a particularly isolating sense of freedom being there, as well as extra creepy. Upon Jay's moving into said dump, we noticed something remarkable right away. This place was undeniably and very obviously haunted. This was made known the very moment I cleared the threshold on moving day, carrying a heavy box of Jay's books. A large, warm hand ran up the back of my bare right thigh. I was wearing a tiny skirt, even though it was autumn because I was a teenager. And the sensation of the hand running up the back of my thigh turned into a pinch at my butt cheek. I was frozen, and I could only think to call out to Jay, who was in the bedroom inflating a $10 air mattress. Jay, did you just pinch my butt? He stuck his head out of the room and looked at me like I was completely insane and responded, no. I told him what had just happened, and instead of being scared, he seemed amused because it was a silly situation to describe. After this incident, though, there was no end to all the weird stuff that routinely comprised an average day in his tiny one-bedroom. Set something down, it would disappear. Walk into a room, the door would slam behind you, only to immediately reopen itself, ready to force yourself to sleep through the confusion and only slightly amusing terror. hear the sounds of dishes and cupboards being banged in the kitchen. One night, Jay's boyfriend stayed over, and the guy woke up the next morning with a stinging red bite mark on his wrist. The teeth marks didn't match his or Jay's or mine, and we had been the only three there. So, it was absolutely no surprise when Jay's house keys went missing. We tore the place apart looking for them to no avail. It was Christmas Eve, so getting in touch with the apartment office to get a replacement key wasn't possible. Jay's mom, in the meantime, had invited the two of us over for dinner that night, so we made the decision to leave the door unlocked just this once so we could go. We won't be gone long, we reasoned, and so we headed out bundled up for the walk to Jay's mom's house. We ended up leaving later than expected, like 11 p.m., but the streets were totally isolated by this point due to the holiday and freezing weather. This made it particularly noticeable when we realized we were being followed home. The man behind us was making no effort to disclose his action. He came out of absolutely nowhere and stayed behind us, keeping a pace of only about 9 or 10 feet distance between us. I looked over at Jay, and this was the first time I had ever in my life seen him scared. The man behind us was easily 6'5", 300 pounds of fat and muscle. If you've ever seen a professional NFL player in real life, he was like that. His black eyes were laser focused on us, a couple of scrawny teenagers in thrift store polyester bell bottoms. We were clearly poor, so he must have wanted, I don't know, something else from us, which gave this whole scenario an even darker turn. We increased our pace, and he increased his. We turned a corner, he turned a corner. Unfortunately, every shop or business front we passed was closed, and cell phones were still brick-sized novelties only used by Miami Vice villains or dickheads in convertibles. There was literally no one else around except the three of us, lit only by passing Christmas lights. We finally approached the apartment stairs. We're terrified to go up and announce where we lived to this guy, but we didn't know what else to do but get inside, lock the door, and maybe call the cops. We ascend to the first stair landing. He follows. Second floor, third floor. Jay and I are sharing looks of panic as we try and remain calm as he clomps slowly right behind us. Fourth floor. There he is, close enough to reach out and grab us. We get to the apartment door, and the man has stopped and is now just staring at us intently from the landing, waiting, as Jay and I stare helplessly at each other for what seemed like an eternity. I discreetly reached to open the door, and it is locked. Dead-bolted from the inside. I start to sweat and almost scream when Jay decides to knock on the door. I began knocking too, and as casually and cheerfully as I could, I said, "Hey, it's us. Open up." The deadbolt clicked. The man, seeing that there was someone unseen inside the apartment, turned around on the landing and walked away. We run inside, slam, and lock the door behind us. Pretty sure we push the couch in front of the door too. We say thank you to the ghost and laugh nervously at our sudden relief of fear, though still too shaken up to talk about what just happened, any of it. The next morning, Jay's house keys were mysteriously returned to the bare counter by the door where he'd always left them. It did not occur to me until later that had the keys not been missing, this gigantic night stalker would have known that we were there all alone. That's the last story. I hope you enjoyed these stories and that they weren't too scary